Hi guys, hi YouTubers. I appreciate you guys viewing in. As always, this is Nikki Knows Best. This is not information or advice that I get from anyone or from anywhere. This information comes directly from me. If you ever have any questions, comments, and or concerns, you can definitely leave them here. Would appreciate if you would like and subscribe down there. Tonight I have a special recording that one of the viewers did request from me to speak on. And as always, if you have any suggestions, any things you would like for me to discuss and or touch on, you can always leave it here. You can catch me on Facebook at Nikki Knows Best, Instagram, as well as Apple, Google Podcasts. Okay. This evening, I would like to discuss healing our relationships with our children. So, I'll give you a brief description on the viewer's situation. She feels like her children are constantly lying, and just basically they're not having the best relationship right now with her, and she wants to trust them again and things like that, but she don't know how. And we all understand how that can be. You know, once someone starts to lie, it's hard for you, to trust them again. We were all children before. We probably, had our parents tell us a time or two that we lied and that they didn't believe anything that we said. We've all been there. My suggestion to my viewer was that she needed to get a mediator. Invoke a mediator into the situation, someone that is certainly unbiased. And what does it mean by being unbiased? Is someone that's definitely not a family member. Because if it's a family member, they're definitely going to either side with you or the children. So you want to get someone who will be able to give sound and unbiased opinions to the situation. You want to get someone who the children were able to have a hand in choosing as well, so that they'll, one, feel like they were able to give input, and two, they'll be able to feel like the advice given is not going to just be one-sided. So getting a mediator helps in a lot of ways, because we think we know our children, and as I stated in a previous recording, we're constantly learning ourselves. We could never 100% know anyone on this planet. You could never 100% know your children, because we are all constantly growing with all kinds of situations life throw us daily. You never know what your reaction is going to be. So how could you know someone 100%? So that being the case, you not knowing your children 100%, having a mediator will open doors for your children to be able to express some things that you didn't even know. Be good or bad, it doesn't matter, but it's going to be some things that you're going to learn about your children that day, especially your teenage daughter and son. They're going to reveal some things, but you have to understand that trust is not one-sided. Trust goes both ways. The children have to trust you, and you have to trust the children. And understanding that even when we're courting, dating, even in married relationships, trust is not something that is given, but you have to earn it. That goes the same with your children. Just because you're the parent does not mean that they necessarily trust you, especially if you've shown them on several occasions that you cannot be trusted. It goes both ways. That does not mean that you are relinquishing your power and control to the child and they have become the parent. It simply means that you are trying to better understand these individuals that you are raising, and you want to make sure that you're doing a good job. Understanding that children lie, they steal, they do all kinds of things, and your children being teenagers, they're probably doing other things that you don't know about. And understanding that we were all teenagers ourselves, so we were sneaking around doing some things. I'm not admitting to anything, but we were doing the things that we were doing. So we kind of have an idea what our children are out there doing. And then the day and time that we're in now, times have gotten fast. These children are doing some stuff, and I'm not saying that to discourage you or to scare you. I'm a realist. I'm sorry. You got a beautiful daughter, a young man that you're grooming. And a lot of times, even with me, it ain't that I don't trust my kids, I don't trust other kids. That's just how I am. So you got to understand that they are at that age where they are running around with friends and things like that. But you also want to understand that you don't want to try and pull them away from who they are hanging around with, because just like we were children, our parents told us they didn't want us hanging out with somebody. What did we do? We snuck, right? We lied. We found any way that we could to get to this person that our parents told us they didn't want us to hang around. It revolving cycle. So to better heal your relationship and get a better relationship with your children, y'all have to talk. There's no other way for the healing process to start until you get these things out. Just like they say, if you're stressed or if you're feeling some type of resentment towards someone, if you can't talk to them, they say write it down, ball it up, throw it away. And this case, you are in a position to actually sit and talk to your children, but you got to understand they're not going to hear it directly from you. They're not going to hear it directly from you, because whenever the party is involved, whenever it's someone that's in the circle that's trying to express themselves, it's going to always be like this. You're not listening. They're not listening. You're butting heads. That's where the mediator comes in to spread that out. So the mediator allows every party to be heard. It's just like in marriages and boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. They say the woman is always nagging. And it can be that everything she's saying is accurate. It can be everything that he's saying is accurate. But the moment you bring a third party in and they talk to you separately, talk to the children separately, the outcome is going to be that everything you were saying to them, the mediator said to them, and they received it. Everything they said to you, the mediator said to you. It goes the same way. That's why it's always good to have someone that you can go and talk to as a couple, as a family, without having the mentality of not wanting someone in your business. It's not always about, I don't want somebody in my business, so I'm not going to deal with it. That's not always the best way to go. So try my advice. Try to understand your children. Try and put yourself in their shoes. And I'm not siding at all. I'm a mom myself. And it's hard. You have help. I don't. And it's hard. I'm raising 2 black men in America. It's rough. And I'm scared every day. Every single day. However, I want to form the best relationship that I can with them so that they know that they can come to me about anything. So with your children, give them a voice and learn them as who they are. Learn who they are as individuals, not as your children, but as individuals. All children want is to be heard. I'm telling you, I've watched my children. I've watched my youngest come in, and if he feel like I'm not giving him attention, how he leaves out, and I have to stop what I'm doing. They need to be heard. It builds character. Try and forgive them for lying. Try and understand where they're coming from, but give them a voice first. Sit with someone. Let them open up, and then start the healing process from there. But you also got to understand that there is a possibility that nothing may change. And if that's the case, you have to be okay with it. You just got to make a decision after that. Especially with the daughter. We were all girls, and we all had that rebellious streak, especially with our moms. in some way. So try and put yourself in your children's shoes and just talk to them, not at them. Talk to them. That's my advice. I hope this helped. If you need me to elaborate more, definitely hit me up as you have done before. I appreciate you guys viewing in. As always, this is Nikki Knows Best. You guys have a great morning and a great evening. Bye.